Miss Treasure Island.
Mackenzie Freed.
Pure excitement there. Mackenzie Freed was crowned Miss California 2018 in Fresno last June. But all things must come to an end, including her reign. The new contestants will be learning the Miss California ropes starting this weekend. And before she turns in her crown, we sat down with her and the head of the Miss California organization on what it means to hold the title. Joining me now is 2018's Miss California, Mackenzie Freed, as well as the CEO of Miss California, Patricia Murray. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And we also want to mention we have some princesses here who are looking very princessy.
Yes.
They're adorable. We're going to talk about the princess program in just a bit. But first of all, Mackenzie, tell us, how has it been as Miss California?
I have been so busy, but we're nearing up. We're a little less than 3 months now. So we were gearing up for the competition in June. It's very bittersweet. I'm so excited for the next girl that's going to have this life-changing experience, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to give up the reins
We're not
yet.
ready to give her away. So
Well, good. You still have a few months.
Yes,
And
yes.
speaking of, Patricia, you've got the orientation is this weekend.
Orientation is this weekend. All 63 candidates come into town and they get to see Fresno for the first time, and we start working on preparing them for the state competition.
Wow. And that state competition again is this June.
It is. It's the last weekend in June. We start on Wednesday night at the William Saroyan Theater on the 26th, I believe. And then the teen finals are on Friday night, the 28th of June. And the Miss finals are the 29th, Saturday night, which we also televise.
Yes.
So I think it's CBS 47 is going to be televising that for us this year. And we are... The one thing we haven't done, Stephanie, is tell the stories of these amazing women in our program. Mackenzie participated 6 years and has paid off all her student loans through our program. And to watch the growth of her from a 17-year-old starting out to where she is today.
Exponential.
It's amazing. And that's what we need people to see. We're so much more than just a competition. We are a life growth program. So that's what we're going to be sharing this year with these women's stories.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
And you said, Mackenzie, life-changing. So can you kind of fill us in on that aspect?
Yes, absolutely. I always equate the Miss California organization to a professional development organization because I have learned so many things and so many life skills that I get to utilize far beyond my year as Miss California and beyond my years competing. And I think that's something that is so incredibly relevant and valuable.
And tell us about your platform. I know you're very passionate about it.
Yes, my platform is called From Classroom to Boardroom, Overcoming Workplace Bias. It's really about equipping women with the tools that they need to be successful in their careers, whatever they decide to do. So things like convincing women to negotiate their salaries, ask for promotions, ask for raises, because a lot of times women have the tendency to hold themselves back instead of advocating for themselves in the workplace. So just educating women that it's okay to speak up for yourself and take that seat at the table.
Wow, that is so relevant, so important.
Very much so.
And thank you for spreading that message
course.
this whole year.
Of course.
Patricia, what do you want to tell folks out there of why they should come and see the Miss California pageant? Because I know it is just, it's such a wonderful competition to see with your own eyes.
Well, a lot of people don't realize we are the largest scholarship, cash and in-kind scholarship source for women in the entire state of California. And like Mackenzie said, we're 100% volunteers, so everybody pouring into developing these women is doing it because they love it. They love to see women grow, they want to empower these women, and they want to see them break barriers so that they can do everything they want and have that seat at the table. So that's why I would say come, because you are going to see the leaders of tomorrow, and you're going to be supporting a program that has changed thousands and thousands of lives.
Wow. I've been in the audience, and it's truly spectacular. I mean, seeing these brilliant girls, I love when they answer the questions, their talents. I mean, it's just overall a great feeling. And speaking of talents, I know you've got a younger program for the future stars and future leaders.
We do. We've had a princess program for quite a while. It is essentially a camp, and registration is still open through the end of the month. So anyone here in Fresno that would like to come, it is a non-competitive princess program. So these young ladies, they learn to, we have them open the show with the national anthem. So they learn the national anthem. They learn a princess production number. They get to be on the telecast on Saturday night in their number. But then during the day, they get to go to the fire station. They go to the zoo. They learn manners and etiquette. They learn how to stand up and introduce themselves in front of a crowd. And so we start them at this age with the development. And then actually we're starting this year, our inaugural year is our Miss California Academy, which I am so excited about. It's ages 13 to whenever do we stop developing? I don't know.
Yes, never.
But it's basically, we have keynote speakers. We've got Elaine Swan, who is from the Swan School of Protocol, is going to talk about authenticity. We've got people that can help you with mock interviews and
wonderful.
hair and makeup, and it's a professional development week.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a camp for adults. But we really, really hope that we bring so many resources in here for the competition week that we just want to share that with Fresno and the Central Valley. So the signups are all for the Princess Camp.
Okay.
And the Academy are at misscalifornia.org. And we have Miss America coming this year, which we are super excited about. Nia Franklin, she's going to be performing in the show. Our princesses get to have a tea with Miss America. And our Academy class has a couple hours to sit and talk to her about what it is like to be Miss America, since most of the people in that class will probably be aspiring to that. But even if you're not, I think how amazing to have a one-on-one experience with Miss America.
Is super.
So the Academy first year in our Princess program, we've been doing it for many, many years. It's extremely successful. But I don't know if we've had too many Fresnans. Most of the people come from out of town. But yeah, we'd love to have our Central Valley young ladies, Brownies and Girl Scouts participate in our Princess program and enrich it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting everybody. And yes, we need more Central Valley representation.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
And overall, Mackenzie, tell us, what are you most looking forward to in passing on that crown, though?
Oh, I'm not. Everybody's asking me that. I went to an event last night and somebody asked when I became Miss California, and I said last June, and they said, oh, so it's almost over. Yeah. I know that's been the response as of late, and it's very sobering.
Yeah.
But I think I'm really excited just to give another woman the opportunity to experience what I've gotten to experience, and not only with the professional development and all of the things that I've learned throughout my entire year of being Miss California. I mean, just the job in itself is so unique that I've learned so many things that I never would have had the opportunity to learn, and so many experiences that I never would have had the opportunity to experience without the title. But just to really get a behind the scenes look at how our organization runs from a candidate perspective, when you're competing, it's very different because you're focused on your on-stage competition and focusing on yourself. When you become Miss California, you kind of step behind the curtain and you get to see the way that the organization runs and the volunteers, and
she's an integral part of the team.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Just, they do so much work throughout the year that I never could have imagined when I was competing. Just to see like the passion and the dedication that all of the volunteers in California have for this organization. And mind you, like you said, we're a completely volunteer-run organization. None of our volunteers receive any compensation other than a warm, fuzzy feeling for helping these young women achieve their goals.
Yes.
And that is something that is so incredibly gratifying to watch. And if I can just give them a little bit of the appreciation that I feel, even if I can just impart a small amount of how grateful I am for all that they do year-round, then hopefully, you know, we can keep the program strong and make sure that we are filling it with volunteers that have a passion for the organization, so we can continue building our program here in Fresno.
Wow. Well, thank you both for being here. Mackenzie, we've been honored, and we're so grateful that you've represented our state this past year. And thank you, princesses.
Stephanie,
thumbs up.
Thumbs up, everybody.
Mackenzie, thumbs up for Miss California. And we'll see you in June. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Can't wait. Thank you. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us.